Uvanga Gwendolyn MacLean. Kuleak tuna nehia akada Edna MacLean. Hello, my name is Gwendolyn MacLean, and I'm going to tell the story of my grandmother, Edna MacLean.
We have told all the parents to stop speaking Inupiat to our children, instead to speak English.
Uvanga Edna MacLean, akanga Gwendolyn MacLean. My name is Edna MacLean, and I'm the grandmother of Gwendolyn MacLean.
It was both easy and hard because I had quite a lot of information of first-hand accounts, but it was also hard in the way that I didn't know exactly what had happened before I went into this, and it was just really shocking to me what my grandmother had gone through along with her family and people in Barrow.
I wondered how she was going to portray me and with the work in the dictionary. And I was pleasantly surprised when I heard about the narrative that she had written. I thought it was very touching. It made me cry because I gave her a lot of information about me and how we were treated in our classrooms, and she captured it, but she did it with sensitivity because there was a lot of ugliness in the interactions within the classroom that occurred, especially in the third grade, and a lot of things that young children should not have gone through. But she wove the words into her narrative that touched me so much I had to stop and cry during the interviewing.
So my grandmother speaks Inupiaq, and when she was in Barrow, as a child, she would be punished very harshly for speaking even the tiniest bit of Inupiaq. She told me a little bit about the punishments that they would have to endure. Her kids would be thrown against the wall, had their hair pulled, and just shut in trash cans sometimes. So it was just mind-blowing. Missionaries and teachers arrived to Barrow, and they began enforcing English on the native people, and again with the punishments, that really ingrained it deep inside them, so much so that they didn't teach their own children. So that was 2 generations lost, and that just had a really big impact on the language itself. I've grown up hearing it, and I don't ever want that to be gone, and it's just completely irreplaceable. And so it's not just a language, it's an entire culture, it's a way of living. And I don't think anything like that should ever be erased or just taken away.
We distributed copies of the dictionary to the community of Barrow and also the other villages on the North Slope. And one of the happiest moments of my time being in Barrow and returning many times has been the gratitude that I've heard and felt from the parents, the grandparents, the parents of children who have gotten a copy of the dictionary and couldn't leave it alone. So, and there's some beautiful illustrations at the end. And being a whaling community, they especially enjoy watching studying the illustrations of the whale, the boat, and the sled, and all of those other tools and equipment being used in the whaling culture.
I myself right now am learning Inupiaq from my grandmother and a few relatives in Barrow, and I hope that when I grow I'll be fluent in it, and I will teach others to make sure that it doesn't disappear forever.
There's a lot of work that Inupiaq people have to do to begin to overturn some of these events that are holding the language progress down.
My grandmother dedicated her life to saving the Inupiaq language. She dedicated her life to saving the language of her childhood, her culture. Edna MacLean dedicated her life to inspiring my and future generations to continue speaking the Inupiaq language for generations to come. Today, because Edna MacLean took a stand to preserve Inupiaq language, the Inupiaq language and culture is being reborn into a new generation with new hope, new pride, and no fear.
Did you find this experience really something that you would like to do again? Prepare information, knowledge, so that you learn something in depth and share it with others.
I think it's something that more people need to be doing, and unfortunately I have not found time to work on that more, and I would really like to do that, and it's fun for me. I would think I'd be doing National History Day again. It's just an amazing opportunity, and it's really enjoyable for me. After I did my performance, a couple students came up to me and said that and thanked me for doing it. They said they had never heard about it before and they were glad that they did now.